Oath of Allegiance. I, Grenville T. Williams, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So help me God. Oath of Office. I, Grenville T. Williams, do swear that I will well and truly serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the office of Attorney General. So help me God. Oath of Secrecy. I, Grenville T. Williams, being appointed Attorney General, do swear that I will not on any account or at any time disclose the counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister, and that I will not, except with the authority of Cabinet and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature or content of any document communicated to me as Attorney General or any matter coming to my knowledge in that capacity.
So what we're about to witness is the signing of the instruments, officially endorsing him as the new Attorney General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Grenville Williams being appointed this morning, officially sworn in as a matter of fact. Just moments ago he took the oaths of office and allegiance, secrecy, all of those involved in officially ushering him into the office of Attorney General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A while ago we had some other senior civil servants arriving here. We had the Secretary to the Prime Minister, the Permanent Secretary, and also the Cabinet Secretary joining us here this morning. And this ceremony is being witnessed by Excellency the Governor General Dame Susan Duggan, and she is actually looking on as the instruments are signed, being accompanied by the Acting Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Honourable Montgomery Daniel, and the Commissioner of Police also in that lineup as well. And we expect a few remarks, and momentarily we'll see the completion of the signing of the instruments, which will move into the remarks segment. But Ashicia, based on your observations this morning, this type of event, what's your thought on what is involved in this process of the swearing-in of persons to the various positions, this being the second in just a few months? Your thoughts on a ceremony like this, everyone gathering here today for such an occasion, and with all the official parts of it, your first experience in doing so?
Well, it's indeed a great experience. It's something wonderful to witness, and for me, I get a further understanding of how the process is being done. It's quite formal, quite a formal event, and I'm just happy for Mr. Williams, and I'm just happy to see the sort of support that he gets as he assumes this position. He's very well trained. He's an attorney at law. He has served as director of the FIU, and he has also served as director of the Regional Security Services, RSS, as asset recovery. So he has quite a wealth of knowledge and experience, and I have no doubt that he will serve us well as Attorney General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, being the principal advisor to the government.
And indeed, so the third such individual to take up this post. You hear the applause in the back as the signing is complete. I believe now we will have her.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Davis. May it please Your Excellency, Dame Susan Duggan, now Attorney General Mr. Grenville Williams, must single you out, members of Parliament, members of the legal fraternity, other distinguished guests. I am grateful for this opportunity to offer remarks at this ceremony to recognize the elevation of Mr. Grenville Williams to the post of Attorney General. I have known Grenville for most of my own career, for he was admitted to practice about 2 or 3 years after my own admission, and from my personal knowledge, it is no surprise that the government and people of this our nation has reposed confidence in him to serve in the high office that he now holds. Mr. Williams is very much a young man in the prime of his life, and the evidence is clear that the cause of young people in this nation is being championed. And this is in no uncertain terms at very high levels. Grenville is, however, no ordinary young man. He is a legal scholar at the top of his profession, a proven administrator par excellence in this country and abroad, a master at interpersonal relationships, and an erudite advocate. He is an excellent Vincentian husband and father. Certainly, Grenville is overqualified, and the nation is guaranteed of excellent service and representation in all spheres of office that he now supervises. On a personal note, I would like to thank the staff at the Attorney General Chambers, the Cabinet, the ministries and departments of the public service, and the government and people of our nation, and all others with whom I was privileged to work with for their support over the past 5 years. It was a wonderful learning and very rewarding experience. I know Grenville will be well supported as he offers his talents, wisdom, and expertise to the wonderful people of this nation. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. I now invite the Honorable Attorney General, Mr. Grenville Williams, to give his response. Mr. Williams.
Her Excellency, Dame Susan Duggan, Governor General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Honorable Montgomery Daniel, Acting Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, members and ministers of the Cabinet, His Lordship, the Reverend Leopold Friday, Bishop of the Windward Islands, Mr. Colin John, Commissioner of Police, senior public servants, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am pleased to be here with you this morning, and I ask you to indulge me as I first want to say thank you. Thank you to the Almighty for His blessings and the opportunities He has made available to me. Without the Almighty, nothing is possible. And I ask him to guide my thoughts, words, and actions. Thank you to all my family, those present here and those who are not. In particular, my mother, Jennifer Williams, present here, for the sacrifices and for laying the foundation that led to this day. A special thank you to my wife, Shafia London, my sons, Sage Williams and J.C. Williams, for the sacrifices that they will be called upon to make. However, at this time, I wish to say to them that nothing worth doing and accomplishing is done without sacrifice, and I ask them for their full support. Thank you to the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the trust and confidence that you have shown and that you have reposed in me in appointing me as Attorney General of this blessed country. Further, I wish to thank the law firm of Saunders and Huggins for my initiation into the legal profession nearly 20 years ago. The Financial Intelligence Unit of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, more commonly known as the FIU, and the Regional Security System Headquarters, represented here today by the Executive Director, Commodore Arrington Sherlon, and the Deputy Executive Director, Mr. Graham Archer. Thank you for traveling all the way from Barbados to be here with us today. I thank these institutions for the opportunities to build my knowledge, skills, and competencies in law, stakeholder engagement, management, and leadership. Skills that I will no doubt need to rely on heavily to perform this job with utmost professionalism and effectiveness. To the immediate past and outgoing Attorney General, Mr. John D. Martin, thank you for your very kind and supportive words. Also, thank you for your stewardship and your contribution to this country over the last 5 years in the position of Attorney General. To the team at the Chambers of the Attorney General, thank you for the amazing work that you have done over the years. We have started working together, and I look forward to many years of successful service with you. Fruitful service, engaging service, and productive service on behalf of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ladies and gentlemen, the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, in his inaugural address, inspired children and adults in the United States to see the importance of civic action and public service. His historic words, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Challenge every American to contribute to the public good. I apply those words to the Vincentian context in saying that I am humbled and honored to answer the call to serve my country, to be the principal legal officer for the government, to serve all Vincentians and a wider regional and international community who will be impacted by the actions and decisions of the Office of the Attorney General and the state machinery. The cardinal responsibility of the Attorney General is to protect, preserve, and uphold the rule of law, to ensure the public has confidence in the rule of law. To build a successful nation, our people must respect the law. Our citizens must feel comfortable that we have clear laws which apply to everyone. And where there is a contravention of the law, there will be access to redress through independent and impartial courts. To uphold the rule of law and advance the administration of justice in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I intend to work collaboratively and cooperatively, as far as reasonably possible, with the various arms of government, lawmakers in the administration and those in the opposition as well, statutory agencies, the judiciary and magistracy, the members of the legal fraternity, civic society, and I will not forget the ordinary man and woman, whether they are in the streets of Kittels, my home village, or in the streets of Kingston, while maintaining independence, objectivity, and sound judgment. Now we may ask, what does the future hold? It is my vision that the team at the Attorney General Chambers, and I see a few of them here, and thank you for being here also. It is my vision that we will provide pragmatic, solution-oriented advice to the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We will assist in shaping policies, advancing a progressive legislative agenda, and where cases are brought against the state, conducting the matters in a fair, objective, and professional fashion. I end by borrowing from the speech of a learned friend, where he said, "The deepest satisfaction that the law can give is reserved to those who see it as a force for the common good, a noble calling that can, at its best, transform lives and build nations." I am obliged and I look forward to serving and working with you as we preserve and promote the rule of law, transform lives and build the nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am Grenville T. Williams, and I am pleased to be your new Attorney General.